RM Classic Cars is the place to be if you have a passion for exclusive cars and a very friendly bank manager. RM manages classic car auctions all over the world, places like Pebble Beach, for instance, where only the cream of the crop are good enough to roll past the block. A visit to the company's facility just outside Chatham, Ontario, is a lot like a trip to the candy store for the classic car lover. Rare and expensive are the two constants here.
This is a 1954 Kaiser Darren built by the Willys Motor Car Company. The car, for some reason, never took off. It would have been serious competition for a Corvette. Makes a little more horsepower, it's a little better driving car, but I don't know if it was funding or what prevented the car from actually taking off. It has quite a club following now, and they are a fun little car to drive. I don't think they got the recognition they deserved when they were new.
The name Kaiser Darren is just what you think, a combination of two names, Henry Kaiser, a post-war independent automaker, and Dutch Darren, a designer with the flair for the dramatic. Only 435 of the 1954 Kaiser Darrens were made, and there were only 4 colors available, the white you see here, along with red, yellow, and something called pine tint. This sporty eye-catcher was not only rare, it was the first fiberglass car in production, beating the Corvette by a year. It also had a unique entry system.
They were a little tough to get in and out of, but Kaiser came up with a system here that kind of made life a little easier getting in and out.
It was a clever idea for its time, the door actually sliding right into the frame of the car. Unfortunately, it never caught on, and neither did the extensive advertising during 1954. You're looking at a postcard from that year, along with an ad that ran in Time magazine. This advertisement was placed in the first ever issue of Sports Illustrated.
What you have here is a 1956 Ferrari 500 TR, the TR denoting Testarossa, so it's a real early race car. It's the oldest unrestored factory race car that anyone knows of in the Ferrari world today. The car, although it appears shiny, the paint has been upgraded to late model standards, but all the sheet metal, interior gauges, everything you see is original on the car, suspension. Obviously the tires have been replaced because the car is vintage race today.
Changing gears ever so slightly, if you'll pardon the pun, RM has a large selection of cars that can get you there in a hurry. This redhead racer leads a dual life both on and off the track. But before beginning a complete restoration of this classic Ferrari, they uncovered some interesting history.
The story has it in 1961, this car was used in an Elvis movie. When we first got it, this tail panel was cut off flat and there was a piece of plywood in there. And further research led us to believe that that's where they mounted the cameras during the filming.
The Ferrari has a removable gas tank that can be replaced with a fuel cell for racing. But it's probably the Elvis connection that pushes up its value. And speaking of expensive cars, you ain't seen nothing yet. After the break, get ready to dig deep into your wallet and take a look at a $1 million classic. that's a doozy. Did you ever wonder where that expression originates? Well, it comes from what many people recognize as the world's most exclusive and expensive cars. Most are lucky if they see one in their lifetime. We got to see 6 in one day, including a very special model.
What we have here is a 1935 SJ Duesenberg town car, coachwork by Bowman and Schwartz. The car was commissioned new by Mae West, who never took delivery of the car. It was then sold to Ethel Mars, the Mars Candy Fortune. The car came to us about 2 years ago, silver with a gray cloth interior in it. The owner didn't care for the color, so he had us do it in the black you see here now with the burgundy interior, and the car is a trophy winner from Pebble Beach.
A frame-off restoration probably took in excess of a year. The finished product includes, among other luxuries, an ostrich hide interior. Unlike other classics, Duesenbergs were never really affordable to the masses. That's why they only produced 480.
This car, in today's equivalent money, this car would have been about $600,000 in 1935. Today's money, probably a little over $1 million. I mean, I said 600,000 in 1935. That would be equivalent to today's money. Back then, this would be about probably $36,000 to $40,000, depending on the options you ordered.
And the option list was significant for the early 30s. Your 265 horsepower, 3-ton car could come equipped with flashing lights on the dash to tell you to change the oil or check the water in the battery. It had an 8-day wind-up clock and an altimeter to tell you how far above sea level you were. Probably one of the more interesting facts is that of the 480 built, 200 are still running.
Coincidentally, the Duesenberg beside us is supposedly the last built Duesenberg off the line in 1937. And this is a car we restored about 4 years ago. It's back for a little mishap in a parking lot.
You would expect to find the Rolls-Royce nameplate in a place like this. You might be surprised, however, by the selection. It was tough to pick a favorite from the various models from the early 1900s right up to the late 40s, but the power plant on this black beauty caught our eye, and with good reason.
What we have here is a 1931 Rolls-Royce P2 with a Merlin aircraft engine in it. This engine was actually out of a World War II Spitfire fighter airplane. The supercharger's gone off it. The engine produces approximately 1,050 horsepower. The car was done by a couple of we'll say well-to-do hobbyists that wanted to do some hill climbing out in California. You can see they've done a lot of detail work to the car. Everything is custom built. The body is actually custom built around the engine.
We couldn't start up this jet car inside, but Pat wasn't the only one to quickly describe the deafening roar it makes when it springs into action. It's tough to put a price on a vehicle like this, but the folks at RM claim it could probably fetch $1.5 to $2 million at auction. At that price, who cares if gas has gone up another 5 cents?
You might be impressed with the size and massiveness of this Rolls-Royce engine, but beauty comes with a V16 Cadillac in 1933. This car was built by Cadillac for the Chicago's World Fair in 1933, and it was specially built for Theodore W. Case, who was the inventor of talking movies. You'll see a lot of custom woodwork inside of the car and a brass plaque on the dash denoting who the car was built for.
And again, a very expensive car. Much like the Duesenbergs that Clark Gable, Mae West, and chocolate bar inventors drove around in, the Rolls-Royces and other models in this showroom have great stories to tell. We'll see how those stories are repackaged. We'll pull back the curtain and see what goes into restoring these $1 million cars.